Hello, guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking about The Punisher. Now, let's just say for the record, this has been the first Netflix show or the first series that I've completed in a single day. I've never done a series in one day, and it's only fitting that The Punisher should take the title. Now, The Punisher in itself is a great series. I mean, it's from beginning to end. It's a good series. Does it have its up and downs? Yes, it does. For me, the the pacing of the story is good. There are times when kind of feels it kind of dips a bit, but then the next episode it comes straight back up. You can what I think one of the main reasons why I've actually finished the series in one day was due to the fact that every episode, as soon as the episode finished, you kind of really wanted to see what happened next. It had good continuity, had good cliffhangers. It did leave you on the edge of your seats at times, and the fight scenes in it are brutal. I mean, of course, those that are versed with the Punisher know that he's a very, very brutalistic anti-hero. He has no qualms with using violence as a means to an end. Yeah, it follows the, the classic Punisher story, which of course started off in Daredevil season 2. Frank Castle is looking to avenge his family's death, and his family's death was brought on to him by a few shady people within the Marine Corps. Yeah, it's a very good series. Punisher fans will like it. I think it did justice to to the comic the comic book hero, which I don't think anyone had any doubts. I mean, with the way with Netflix's record, they have been absolutely brilliant. They have been whacking out of the park with their Netflix originals. The only letdown for me being the I've even forgotten the name, but it's the Iron Fist. Yeah, that's it. The Iron Fist being the only letdown for me personally, and Luke Cage. But Luke Cage for me was saved by his villain. I love the villain. I love the villain of Luke Cage, Diamondback, and yeah, and Cottonmouth. Those were, but yeah, those were what saved Luke Cage. And Punisher doesn't. For me, Punisher doesn't rely. It's like I believe it's the first Netflix series that for me doesn't rely on the villain. When I look at Jessica Jones, his first season, David Tennant's Kilgrave was the reason why why that first series was a success. I look at Luke Cage. If you watch Luke Cage, if you remove Diamondback and Cottonmouth's great characters, Luke Cage is not succeeding. Daredevil again. I mean, Iron Fist. Oof, oof. I mean, he was a scene stealer. So he was a critical addition to Daredevil's success story so far. The Punisher, for me, I feel is the first Netflix Marvel show that doesn't actually depend on its villain. It depends on the great character that is Frank Castle, and yeah, the Punisher fans are really going to love it. They stick close to the comics. I'm liking where the series is looking to be headed. I didn't expect them to go that route after one season. I thought it was always going to be Frank. I always thought the first season was going to be just Frank dealing with the people that or the boss that ordered the hit on his family. Of course, if you watch the series, you find out Frank's best friend was also intertwined with the dealings that resulted in the death of Frank Castle's family. This is Billy Russo. Marvel comic book fans will know him as a Jigsaw, the arch enemy, the arch nemesis, sorry, of the Punisher. Yeah, so I always thought they were gonna sort of like keep Billy as like a friend going into season two, kind of like, well, not like a, I was gonna say like a Lex Luthor or a Smallville thing where he's like buddy buddy with the Punisher and then slowly turns on against him. But they've started that already in season one. Yeah, the ending of the season. I believe Jigsaw, Billy Russo will play a big part in the second series. Like, yeah. Oh, talking about villains and Netflix shows, depending on the quality of the villain. Billy Russo was a good villain. I liked him. He was a very good villain. I enjoyed him very much. I felt he played the part really well. Of course, Rawlins was also an okay villain. Wasn't really in it that much, which wasn't really a disappointment. I didn't really care for his character that much. Of course, I mean, I just wanted Frank to just get his hands on him and rip him apart, like I always knew he would. The Punisher series doesn't have as many corridor battle sequences that I thought they would have going into it because for the past couple of seasons of Netflix Marvel shows now, they have these corridor sequences where you see in the Iron Fist he's taking out a bunch of guys in an elevator or in one of the office corridors somewhere. Daredevil does the same thing. Has a lot of fights in dark corridors. Yeah, there wasn't really that much in the Punisher, and it was all really just come and go, whatever location, warehouse, wherever it was, basement. These were where the fights were really still in contained places, like is the Marvel shows mold. I think they like having it in closed places. I guess they don't. I guess you, of course, if you take it onto the streets and have all these massive set pieces, it adds a tremendous amount to the budget. So I think, yeah, they've kept that going with it being in closed boxes, in closed no, not closed boxes because they don't have the corridor fights, but in closed off areas, as in a warehouse, as in a basement, that type of thing. Yeah, the pacing of the story, yep, really good. I mean, already mentioned it. It does dip, but then again, the episodes, the way they end, they always have you coming back for more. Karen Page was brilliant in it as well. Yeah, she was brilliant in it, and yeah, let me know what you think of the Punisher. I rated it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Definitely deserved it. Quality, people will love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite Netflix shows already. Can't wait to see where they go with Jigsaw. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you very much.